Hey friends, it's Kasia with the Aussie real estate team at Keller Williams Realty in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And I have resorted to taping this session in my laundry room. So obviously, like everybody else, we've been doing our part in social distancing and working from home. I mistakenly now realize that when I opened up the floor plan of this house, I took away all the walls, therefore taking away any place that I could be on my own away from everybody else if we ever had to work from home. I'm sure many of you are kind of in the same situation. You're in your homes a lot, more than we have been in probably decades, and are finding that sometimes the house that you're in, even though it might be the right size, doesn't have the rooms you actually need now as we've transitioned to a new way of life, as Corona has swept through the nation and around the world. I posted last week a video about how I've been dealing with fear as it comes up in my life on a pretty consistent basis as we navigate the landscape of our businesses. And I think that a lot of the people that I heard from, maybe even you, kind of hit a wall towards the end of the month or even the beginning of this week, where March, that was a sprint on adrenaline as we quickly got into action to push through whatever we needed to push through before we were all quarantined at home or advised to stay home, kind of came to a head. I know it took me a couple of days, and I was really emotional about it, to kind of come to terms with the fact that the adrenaline dump has ended and the sprint's finished and we kind of made it to the finish line. And this week we had to start figuring out literally what our new routines will look like as we prepare to run the marathon that is our new work and life environment. I think that in times like this, there are a lot of opportunities, and I've taken a minute every single day to kind of pay attention to what I really enjoy about the way that we're living and working right now, and maybe take a stock of what I don't want to go back to doing once this is all said and done. I think that it's really important for all of us to take a minute and have the uncomfortable conversation about what it will take for us to live on less. There have been 14 million people that have filed for unemployment since the middle of March in America, and there's no denying that this virus is going to have a very dramatic impact on our economy once the dust settles. And so I think it's important that I share with you the tips and the things that I have done, because I've been plugging in a minimum of 2 hours a day to all different types of trainings to make sure that I'm adjusting and pivoting so that I can serve my community and my clients at the highest possible level. The cool thing about being in this situation is that we all should be doing it anyway, right? We don't pay attention sometimes to our finances, and we end up wasting money on things that we don't care about because we're not paying attention. So the biggest piece of advice I'd like to share with you today, and really encourage you to do, even though it may be a little uncomfortable, is to pull out your credit card statements, pull out your bank statements, go through line by line just the last couple of months and start cutting. I want you to put your expenses into 3 categories. Category 1 are your essentials. Essentials are things like a place to live, food, and utilities. Bucket number 2 are the things that you must have or want to have, like internet, like your subscriptions or your memberships to Shipt. The services that are helping us live safely are the things that go into category 2, right? And number 3 is your C category, the things that we really need to let go of, even if it's just for now. Set a goal of how much money you're going to cut from your monthly expenses, business or personal, and start slashing. The things that will be in category 3 are memberships, like the boxes and things that we subscribe to for outfits or for dog toys and stuff like that. those little $15 a month, $20 a month subscriptions end up to being a lot of money over long periods of time. And saving a couple of $100s a month will make a dramatic impact to the money that you have to live on, or even that you can start investing or saving when you start cutting those subscriptions. So things like fashion subscriptions, things like your Massage Envy membership, things like your upgraded Canva service if you use any type of online service, things like the things that iTunes is charging for, the things that Google is charging for that you're not using or don't need right now. I'm not reading right now. And when I do read or when I do listen to books, it's usually on Audible. That's $15 a month that I could cut from my budget. Anyway, this time is giving us an opportunity to really pay attention to the things that we really enjoy doing, and how it gives us the opportunity to start living a more authentic self and more authentic life and connecting back to what's really important. And also gives us an opportunity to identify the things that we've been tolerating but do not want to bring back. Funnily enough, the coronavirus in most communities will last long enough for us to develop new habits. And so I want you to take this opportunity to figure out how you can live on less, figure out what's really important to you, and if there's a dramatic change that you will need to make so that you can start living the happiest and best life possible for you. And then also figure out what you do not want to bring back into your routine or back into your life once this is all said and done. I hope you are all safe. I hope this has been helpful. I hope you are healthy and doing your part to keep our community safe and get through this virus as quickly as we can. And just know that I'm always here for you if there's anything that you need. If you need a referral, if you need a contractor, I have the relationships and the network to connect you with people that can answer your questions or get you what you need. And of course, if you know anyone that's needing to sell their home as a result of this epidemic and as a result of having to live on less, of course, I'm the best person for the job and would love to help in any way that I can. Have a great day, and I cannot wait to be talking to you again soon.